welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever The Split. Last time we finished off by adding a load more of trucks on London cow and grain route, also on the food route to London and Principe, as well. Over this side we've done Cambridge oil route. We added a load more trucks as well. As I promised, I've done a lot of micromanaging offline. I also let the game run for about a year, just so we can make some cash. Also, I've enabled the 4 times slower mode, just because it seems to me that we're flying through the years, and soon enough we're gonna be reaching diesel era, and we don't really want that, because I've just downloaded some steam trains and I really want to have a look at them before the time has passed. So a couple of things I'm gonna show you is I've added an extra train on Kingston Cambridge to River Valley route line, just because the towns are expanding, so we're gonna need a lot more capacity. So that's that. Also, I've changed the layout of the station here in Pentos, so it's now a true station. It used to be up here and the other one here. I've changed it so it'll get more passenger. This is part of the micromanaging as well. On Winterfell I've done the same. I've changed the position of the station, so now we can continue. But we're not gonna do that today, because we are 15 years in the game, and as you know, most of our trains, they reach their time serviced, so they'll need replaced. We don't really have enough money to do that, so instead of doing what we usually do, and that's expanding our lines, today we're gonna do something different, something big and crazy, something that if it doesn't work, we're gonna have to end our series, because we're gonna be bankrupt. And I'll explain what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pause the game. We have oil refine. No, sorry. We have a oil well here in Gillingham. We have an oil refinery and next to Gillingham as well. So why don't we ship crude oil to the refinery? And what we're gonna do next, we're gonna ship the fuel into the town. And how's that gonna make us a big profit? Well, it won't, and that's not what we're doing. This oil well here is gonna be shipped down into the town, and then we're gonna build a dock in here, and then from this dock is gonna ship over here, and then another dock from here is gonna ship the crude oil over here, and then again and this down, and then from here and here, and then from here to this oil refinery. You might be asking yourself, why do we do that? Well, the reason being is you have ships, and if you manage to get goods going on boatways, there'll be a massive amount of profit, especially on this distance. The only thing is, this might not work because of the length, the distance traveled, the frequency of the routes as well. So I'm gonna build it in a time lapse, just so you don't sit and watch me building docks and routes and so on. After it's all built, I'm gonna let it run until the line activates itself, because it's gonna take from let's say ship A to reach up here, up here, up here, up here, up here to the refinery, and then all the way back, so the line can activate itself. From what I planned, it's gonna take about 12 docks, because if you put one dock, we take freight docks. If you put a dock, let's say like that, and then the ship is coming from the right into the dock, the other ship will not be able to have a smooth line coming in. They'll have to turn around and make like a massive curve, and that will slow down the ships, and there's not going to be profit. So we're going to build two docks, one like this and one flipped over like that. Also, this is not going to be made to look pretty. This is going to be made to be profitable, so we can focus on our main build, which is the train lines. So I'm gonna try it and see if it works. I'll see you after. And we're back. Wow, there was some building, a lot of fiddling about as well. It took me about half a year to build it, and a year and a half to activate the line. But it is working, and we do got fuel. We don't really have fuel yet, but it's on its way. You see, we have 10 on board. I think that's the first ship that actually has crude oil on it. Yeah, so my original plan was the dock to be here, but it wouldn't actually connect, so I had to move it down here. think it's the distance. Also, the ships are quite slow at the moment, so they only do 20 kilometers an hour. We'll get better ones. You might ask yourself why are the docks like not lined up? Well, the reason is I'll try and explain the best as I can. It makes a line when you place two docks. It makes a line, so it looks something like that. If this was straight like that, the line wouldn't be going in a smooth curve. It will just buckle, and that's where the ships will slow down, and that will increase the frequency. So that's why I had to set them up like that. Try and get the best angle possible. You'll see here, this is like crossing over. Let's see if this is gonna slow down. This might be a really good example. Follow the line. We'll speed up a bit. So it still does 20 kilometers an hour. Usually what it does, it'll come this way and then it'll go on top of the other one and then buckle, and that's where they slow dramatically. They slow down. So where is the yes? So now this is getting transferred from this ship into the dock, and then from this dock into this dock, and then so on. It'll take some time until we get fuel. Also, I had to put so there's 4 on one route, there's 2 on the other. Basically, you need to keep it underneath 10 minutes, I would say. So the less the better. That's all I could afford. I had to stop even in my time excuse me, even in my time lapse I had to stop so the game can catch up with me and money wise. I didn't have enough money, so yeah, it'll be some time until we get some fuel, but we'll keep an eye on it. Let's see what else we can do. We have a lot of passengers waiting here. 55 and the train just left. So if we can afford, I think it's time to put some more wagons on. Oh wow. 66 going that way. Meanwhile, I think we had a new train available. We'll just have a look. Yeah, this is the mod I've just enabled. This is the vanilla one, so the one that the game provides you. And this is the new one. This one does 45 kilometers an hour and it has 90 kilowatts. And the old one, it does 40 kilometers an hour and it only has 50 kilowatts. So because this route from Winterfell to Pentos, it's a bit on a slope in here. You can see it goes up the hill. I think we can put one of the new trains on. think I'm losing my voice. See what's the age? 5 years. Excuse me. Maybe we'll add another train. Or maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, passengers waiting. Yeah, because I've been doing the time lapse, I never really looked at all this, so it might be a good time to tinker about with them. So we have some old vehicles. I think we got, let's see if we got any new ones. We don't. This is a mod as well. It's pretty much the same as this one, but it's like a flatbed, so you can see what they're carrying, and it does 18 kilometers an hour. This one does 15. It's the same capacity, but this one has 1 kilowatt less than this one, and the running cost is a bit higher. So we'll stick with the old ones. Look how rusty it looks. The flying Fleming is getting old. Yeah, see the rust on it. See. Well, I think the lifespan is 20 years, so this might be the first train that we're actually gonna replace. More passengers here as well. If we do have a lot of passengers waiting here as well, I might add another train, double up the line in the middle, somewhere here. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, because this is our first connection, so we're gonna double it. Yeah, it lets us do that. Usually doesn't let you put it too close to the junction, but this time doesn't matter. So there'll be a passing place. We'll put some signals. Put one way. Yes, you only need one at this end, and then one on the other end. You have two trains. If you put another train, then you might consider putting one in the middle. So the train stops there, and then the other train comes in and stops where the next signal is. Also, this is part of my offline tinkering. I like to tidy up the whatever I can with the money that I have available, but it looks a lot better. So I think we should wait until we change both of them. We don't even have the money yet, so we can add another train, brand new train, and we'll replace that one as well. We're nearly to 1870, so I think we're gonna get a new train there we go. So mods. This one is provided by the game. This is the horse cart that I was telling you about, and all the rest are mods. So let's see what we can do. We have 4 old vehicles. If we change those with the new ones, it's gonna be a traffic jam, because the old ones are gonna slow them down, so they're not gonna be profitable. So this one carries 5 and it does 20 kilometers an hour, and the old one does 15 and it only carries 4. Ideally will be to replace the whole line, but again that costs money, and we don't really have now because we spent a lot on ships. We have a big fleet of oil tankers. I think this will take time to pay off, but when it does, it'll be a big income. So fingers crossed. I'm just curious to see if any of the crude oil arrived at the refinery. Also, I had to fiddle with this, move it closer to the curve here. It was somewhere around here, and I had to move it. So there is a distance for freight. I think if we were to put a train station there and a train station in the other end and just run 5 trains, I think they'll be working, but it'll be really expensive. So while we have this river, it was good to have some ships as well. They look nice, and it just adds up to the game. So I'll be happy if we're gonna see the first lot of fuel getting shipped all the way on the other side. But I don't think that's gonna be this episode, because the first thing they're gonna do, they're gonna drop the crude oil in here, and then from here, this is the closest town, so they're just gonna send it down to this truck station and then ship it into the town. So it might be just middle of the next episode or so. It's weird how, because I built the station here and the center of the town is here, or it used to be here, they're moving closer to the station because they have more access to the station. Also, I renamed this. This was Clay Cross, and I put King's Cross just because it's close to London, so it makes a bit of a sense. We are losing money big time. 130k last year, and we spent 1.5 million on building the docks and Let's see. Water 1.5. Wow. Yeah, well, hopefully they'll pay us back. I don't really know what to do in here, because if I do replay, well, they're going that way, so I think we can. How much is gonna cost us to replace them? 21.7k per vehicle. We have so roughly 130k, but they can do it gradually. So replace now. Yes, we don't have enough money. We'll leave it like that then, and we'll just replace the old ones. We don't have enough money. As I said, if the fuel route is gonna work out, we're gonna be in profit. If it doesn't, then we're not gonna be in profit. We're gonna be screwed. Is there any fuel to ride in here? Nothing yet. Nothing. Nope. Nothing. This is gonna take quite some time. Wow. This one has 37. But again, the frequency on them is 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and then 6 minutes again. So if we can, it's gonna be good to put some more ships on it. So we lower the frequency, or lower the time, increase the frequency, should I say. Nope, nothing received yet. So we don't have money to build a lot. We're just gonna have a look around. See this one. Go over here in Kingston. This grew rather nice. Again, a lot of passengers. There's the train. The train is coming. So this is the advantage using the 4 times slower mod, as by now we would have been in probably about 1900, and you get to see more of the each individual stage of the game, because you have 3 types of building. This one's, which is, I think they're from 1850 till 1920 or something like that, and then they'll change. They'll change completely, so they'll look different. This ones are looking quite old. So is the people walking around. Megan Brown. Hello, Megan Brown. We have fuel coming in. We have plenty of crude oil waiting here. This one looks really old. we have quite a few that are old. But again, there's not much we can do until we actually get the money. So the reason I decided to do this is because in the next couple of years we're gonna have to change more or less all our vehicles and trained, but without a big income we're not really gonna be able to do that. So you either win or lose. It looked really nice. It's saying something in Russian. Zoroaster. Nice name. Yeah, many consider the Zoroaster to be the first successful oil tanker. Unlike later models, it was built small enough to sail canals and the Volga River. So yeah, they are Russians. Definitely. I really like how this town expanded. Let's have a quick look around. All seem so happy. I just heard some turkeys. Well, I struggling going up the hill. 7 kilometers an hour. Let's jump off. Some steep hills in here. 6 kilometers an hour. Well, that's not very good. $55 passengers. I've modified the track a bit, just so it gives us a wee bit of extra speed. Not for now, because the trains are only doing 40 kilometers an hour, but in time. I don't know, it might just be that I'm gonna change them just a bit, but leave the original tracks on. We'll see. If we get that far enough. You see, this train is struggling going up the hill as well. So let's have another look. See how we're doing. We have 20 crude oil, and this is taking 27 that way. We have quite some waiting in here. 27. They are quite slow, and they're not really regular. I need to sort them out and try and space them out. I was daydreaming there. I couldn't find the right word to say. So, do we actually got some crude oil delivered? Maybe, maybe not. I don't think so. Right. Well, uh, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I did. It was a bit frustrating building the docks and all the rest, and waiting for the ships to go from point A to point B. But as I said, if it does work, then we're gonna have a reliable source of income. Right. Well, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon.